What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacy.
I'm Doug.
He's behind me somewhere. Where are you? That's Doug. Wearing his dread control shirt. I wish I had control of my dreads today. They're looking crazy.
Red at the control.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
Hello, everyone.
So I think I said I'm Stacy and you're Doug. We already did that part.
Yep.
So we do this podcast Monday through Friday.
From
usually,
the pool.
Well, when it's blazing hot in the Southwest Florida sun, we have started doing it.
When the summer's blazing and the summer gets hot. Water country's a very cool spot.
We've never
no better place to feel or be young. Water country.
Water country.
Water country.
Water country.
Have some fun.
Should we put the water country video on?
Oh my God, the water country video is the best.
Is there one? It's like where people get hurt the whole time.
We will be playing that.
We will. Okay.
We should play that.
So
later,
we should explain. Well, we have a lot to cover.
We got
tonight.
a lot to cover. So
we should talk. We should do a whole episode about water parks. To be honest with you, between Water Whiz and the Always Sunny episode, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to add that to the agenda for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night will be the water park episode. We'll talk about water parks because tonight we got too much because we were all planned up for today, for yesterday, and then I wasn't doing so well, and So we're a little screwy this week, but what we wanted to tell you, just in case you've never been before, is we do a nightly podcast Monday through Friday normally, except last night I was sick. 2 times we had to end early because I was profusely vomiting. 1 time we couldn't do the podcast because Doug wasn't feeling well. And here we are.
Yeah, it takes a lot to keep us from our point of
we really we do everything we can not to skip a podcast because we know that there's a lot of people that watch the podcast that are really isolated or alone. Some people
actually like the podcast.
A lot of people who like the podcast, and we were considering not doing it anymore, and everybody had a complete breakdown. They're like, no,
they like us.
They
really like us.
Yeah, we were shocked. And what I thought was someone appreciating the podcast gave me a second wind on it at least, but that ended up being a clusterfuck. We'll talk about that not in the near future. It's a whole thing. It's an ongoing saga. I'm in the middle of a fucking Tori Spelling movie. Tori
Spelling.
Why was that?
Imitate Tori Spelling because she's just a fantastic actress.
She is a fantastic actress, which is weird. Look at our Wi-Fi.
Why do we have that? I don't know.
That's concerning. Do you have anything open that we can close?
Nope.
Weird. Okay, so we're here. Oh, it's back. So anyway, we have a group of regulars that follow us, and they're we call them our haters. And you and the haters can all interact with the show. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and also our own Facebook pages. You can comment during the show, after the show,
or
whatever.
Not comment at all.
Whatever it takes. And if you comment, we bring your comments up on the screen. So you could talk about what we're talking about. You could bring up a new topic. You could tell us to shut the fuck up. You could tell us, oh, by the way, there's going to be potty mouth and inappropriate discussion. And we're also doing some personal development. Oh, Tom says comment. He's a fucking wise ass.
Tom's involved now. He's Tom, come more than 3 times.
I need to tell you this, Tom. You're a hater now. And if you haven't been friended by the other haters,
then there's something wrong with you.
Maybe you have your settings fucked up or something, but they want to be
your friend. Friends with other haters is optional.
It is optional, but you have a
built-in. Most of them are pretty cool people.
They're all really cool people.
Like the Sandell said, they're cool people too.
They want you here. They want and they are just genuinely nice people. I haven't met a hater I didn't love.
Oh, look at that.
Which is really funny because if you know me in real life, you know that I have some real life haters, and that in real life I pray for those motherfuckers. Oh. Sometimes my prayer goes, "Dear God, please give this motherfucker peace, love, and happiness," and then I warm up gradually to actually giving a shit about that person and no longer wanting them to die a painful death. No. I genuinely pray for them, because when you pray for someone and try to release that anger, you're really helping yourself.
Yeah, you got to release that anger.
Lord knows I need all the help I can get.
You got to release a lot of things in life.
Speaking of, I want to talk about this. Where's the other one of those? Oh, it's over there?
Yeah, it's broke. It's broke ass.
It's broke back. Okay, I got to tell you. We bought these little chairs thinking that these would put us in the water a little bit more, because during the day, or if it's particularly hot, the flamingo keeps you completely out of the water. So we got these, and I was like, oh my God, cup holders. We went to the Christmas tree shop. We'll get to that.
Long story.
It's a long story, but we're going to tell you all about it. So it's got cup holders. Great. but they're too small for my cup.
For any cup.
This is my cup that I use all the time. You could put a Red Bull in there, perhaps a shot. I did find out that you could put bubbles in it. We're going to get to that.
Do you want me to do it?
No, not yet. I wanted to bring it up close and everything. Okay. Crazy person.
Well, we're not prepared. We're a day late and $1 short.
You just didn't listen. I'm completely prepared.
We're 99 cents short. So anyways, I'm sitting in this like lovely thing with cup holders, but since the other seat broke, I'm waiting for the seat to break, and you guys are gonna laugh.
The seat could break at any minute, or it could just be that I have a big fat ass, and I broke the other one with my big fat ass.
And you cannot lie.
So what had happened was, it's silver on the other side, and I had it flipped over, and then I got on it immediately. And I'm wondering if that could have been what did it, but it broke all along the seam right here. So I was feeling pretty bad about it. I felt that I was already not feeling well, and I was dealing with a shitload of drama. So I don't even know what to say about that. Oh my God, you're a master hater. Oh my God.
Don't bust a nut.
Can we totally use that? I want to call the master
hater.
Like the original OGs are the master haters.
Tom's got to be one.
Tom, that makes Tom a master hater. Oh my God, I fucking love it. It makes it easier. Now it makes it easier to pee in the pool and poop. Look at him. He can poop.
You get like
his boat hole is out there.
Go over to the skimmer. Skim one out.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a middle-aged woman who pees when I sneeze. So I definitely sat in a flamingo and released a little bit of pee. It happens.
Well, that's what chlorine was invented for.
Master.
Chlorine. That's a terrible name for a girl. Chlorine.
Oh, there's somebody.
What was the other one? Testine. Chlorine.
Do we had somebody recently. Was that her name, Testine?
No, her name wasn't Testine, but that's how I heard it. Like it was a customer service.
Okay.
Rep.
So we have to back up. So there's a lot of stuff I have notes for, but let's run down it. And we are still reading the lovely and talented this lovely book called Boundaries. We're going to have to get to it fairly quickly. But before we do, we are going to talk about the Christmas tree shop.
The Christmas tree shop. If those of you who don't know what the Christmas tree... Oh, it just broke.
My fat ass!
Well, we're going back to the Christmas tree shop. As this done broke.
I'm so glad it's not my fat ass.
It's not. It's my fat ass.
You don't even have an ass.
I don't. But look
you guys, that's the best birthday present, honey. You know.
Oh, you know what would have been funny if it broke and it started leaking and I was like.
Or if there was the sparkles where you were. Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
That is the best birthday present you could possibly give me.
Right,
my birthday is on Thursday, and I haven't had good birthday experiences. Right there is probably the best present I could have ever gotten in my life. Well, you could take your shirt off and show everyone your nipple hairs.
She's so fascinated with these things.
I wanted to touch each and every one of his nipple hairs. He has these little gray hairs that go all right around his pink nipple. Because my husband is pink and gray all over. It's either pink or it's gray.
Wow.
Your eyes are bluish, but they have like a grayness to them.
Oh, well.
Sometimes.
All right. So the Christmas tree shop where you buy a bunch of cheap crap.
See what Tom says. I always wonder about those people who sit in pool bars all day. No, they're peeing. I mean, they're drinking during the day.
They're drinking and it's coming out.
Anybody who drinks during the day, you got to wonder about.
Well, if you're on vacation.
Yeah, I've seen some people say that they're on vacation and drink the exact same way.
Just because you live in Florida doesn't mean you're on vacation.
Well, I guess if you're retired, but like one of the topics that we're going to talk about tonight is maybe like people are having some problems with some alcohols, and we'll get back to that. But we need to talk about the Christmas tree shop first because we want to start you on a positive.
So those of you who don't know what the Christmas tree shop is, it does not sell Christmas trees. It doesn't really sell Christmas themed items except at Christmas.
At Christmas,
it sells a lot.
And they don't put their Christmas stuff. Actually, I think that they put their Christmas stuff out later than most people. Like Walmart already has Christmas trees out long.
Yeah, a lot of people
we don't go to Walmart, but they do.
We digress. So the Christmas tree shop, I would say, is a home gift.
It's for cheap shit for your house.
Store
cheap shit.
Full of cheap shit, like little signs that say "Live, Laugh, Love," or like, "This way to the beach."
Beach, always
a lot of beachy.
There's always beachy stuff because they're, I think that they originated on the Cape.
I believe
so
somewhere
they're originally from Cape Cod. And if you've ever been to Cape Cod, or if you haven't been to Cape Cod, as you go over the Sagamore Bridge, there is towards Boston, there's a very large windmill and a very big Christmas tree shop. So one of the things you could do is if you're coming from up Route 3, you're planning to go up Route 3, what you could do is instead of sitting in traffic, get off and go to the Christmas tree shop and also use their bathroom. What?
I looked at the comment. and it's absolutely hysterical.
Live, laugh, nut. I believe that we should all do that. But Tom, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you have been saying nut constantly.
He's a little obsessed.
I think he likes to nut.
Oh, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Todd, do you like to nut? Do you like
Tom,
to live, laugh, and nut? Did I say Todd? I'm sorry.
Said Todd. Because we have two Todds in our lives.
We have two Todds and a Tom, and actually one of our Todds sent us something today, and I love him, and I love that little page. We'll get to that. So, Todd, I hope you do many
Todd.
Live,
How did you say Todd and Tom at the same Todd?
It's been a day, and the drugs haven't even kicked in yet. So,
live, laugh, nut.
So sometimes when Doug and I have sex, at the end, I'll go, high five, bro. He loves it when I do that. No,
I really don't. I don't like to be called bro.
Do you like it when I say good job?
Sometimes I like to.
Good job using your penis.
Good job.
Good job with your penis today, honey.
That was quick. Is another one that I don't want to.
That is a time record. I've timed him.
She has. It's not good.
I consider it a compliment.
Yeah, it is a compliment.
Plus, you got that good tongue.
You
do. Doug reminded him, or he's just calling you D.
D.
Like the big
D money.
D money. Oh, sweet baby.
I don't know.
On the crust.
Yeah, I'm the
okay.
The
so
last
we have
person.
to get through this Christmas tree shop story because we started on the
Cheap
Christmas tree
crap.
shop, but we're gonna have to stop after that because the whole thing is because of this crap. We're gonna tell you about our crabs, and then we'll talk about the book, and then we'll get back to the nonsense. I don't even know how we're gonna do it tonight, but we've got a lot to cover. So we go to the Christmas tree shop was sold to Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond going under. Christmas tree shop was sold again, and apparently the daughter-in-law. This is what I was told by the
27-year-old daughter-in-law. Took over the marketing
and renamed it THS, which means
CTS, Christmas Tree Shop.
Which means the people that know the brand, and they, of course, when the Bed Bath & Beyond change happened, people weren't happy about that.
Right.
And then
now they're really not happy.
And then it went back and it's CTS, and people are like, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah. And then, of course, you have the whole brand issue if people don't know what the Christmas tree shop is, and they got rid of the jingle was so good. Do it.
Don't you just love a bargain?
You knew it was the Christmas tree shop, and they would interview people with bad accents,
right,
and bad hair, and too much makeup, and they'd be like, "Why do you come to the Christmas tree shop?"
Got some floaters for the pool.
Oh, I got a little tree to put on my dining room table, and I got the matching
and this Live Life Nut sign from
my kitchen,
from my bathroom,
and a little hand towel for the guests in the bathroom. But I told my son not to use it. He's got to go into the sink. There's an old one in there.
I think he uses it to nut.
That's not even a Boston accent, is it?
No, I don't know what that is, but it's good.
Her son uses it to nut.
Yeah, the one under the.
Do you think? Okay, let me ask you this: you're a man with a penis.
We're not going to get to everything. No digressions.
I just have to make sure there's a penis.
Yeah, there's a penis.
So you're a man with a penis. You know how at some people's houses, I know you're not Portuguese, so you may not have had this, but these they have these little Barbie things with a full crocheted skirt, and it sits on top of a toilet paper hole.
Yes.
Did you ever want to fuck that?
I was never around. I knew what those were, but no, I never. I didn't know anybody that had one, so I never got that far.
Oh, you should come to my grandma's house.
I never got that far in my relationship with the crocheted.
Would you like me to make
lady?
My friend Kathy, she's a Jeeper, and she's laid up right now with an injured foot. Please pray for her. It's not Kathy, it's Cindy. You don't even know who to pray for. Well, okay, I'm high, and I've never met the woman, and I would know her Jeep if I saw it, but that's not the point.
All right.
The point is that she crochets like a motherfucker. If you want one of those little ladies to fuck, I can get her to make you one.
I don't even know if I want to fuck it because, I don't even remember what. I kind of remember they were like these things that go over the toilet.
Just like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, I never. But
it was like a budget Barbie doll.
Yeah, I didn't have any. Like the, like the thing. I don't know. I don't have any desires.
Would you want your Vavo to spend her hard-earned check on
my Vavo?
On a real Barbie, or would you want her to go to the Dollar Tree or Woolworths and get you some fucking shitty knockoff?
Is Vavo a grandmother, or is that the side piece? What's the side piece?
I don't know.
What is the side piece?
An Irish girl.
No. What is the side piece? The Italian
that's a guma.
A guma, yes.
I don't know any Portuguese people who have that.
I don't know any gumas.
Okay, so there's stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go because they're closing. We're sad, and we get there, and we're like, CTS. What the fuck is that? And then and again, we knew where we were going. We put Christmas tree shops into the GPS, and so it's got 10% off signs. Side note. A lot of these malls, we were at Coconut Point. A lot of these malls in Florida, which is in Estero, A lot of these malls in Florida have this black film on the window to keep like the store from melting and keep utility costs down. The problem is it looks very uninviting. Like you feel like you're like in a bad neighborhood. Like I'm in Brockton, and there's a barber shop and a place where I can buy weaves and 3 pawn shops.
Wigville.
And like what else? Maybe like a couple of food stands, maybe some maybe a
well, there's probably
store.
the cell phone repair place that's sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy as fuck. Yeah. Really, just for
sure. It looks like worse than it is.
So
but these are lovely places.
We go in there, and this Christmas tree shop, I mean, there's not a ton there, although there were some good deals on outdoor patio sets. Highly recommend checking them out. There was like cute
drive to Estero,
like
get your patio set, drive back to
well, they're still 10% off, so you could wait and see if they go lower. But I mean, like honestly,
it's like a gamble.
We need to go back and just see if there's anything that's like way down, because
I'm returning these floats.
That's right. We're gonna let's go to the Christmas tree shop every week until they're closed. That would be so funny.
We should do. What we should do is just set up and do a live podcast from the Christmas tree shop.
Outside or inside?
Inside.
We'll have to convince them to let us. Can we do our podcast?
No, we don't ask for permission for anything.
Well, I guess we could do it live if we like walked around. But I don't know if we can do it from our phones. I guess you can be like
holding your laptop.
You're like Doug walking around with the laptop.
And if somebody says, "I'm just waiting for the Apple Store. I'm waiting for my Genius Bar appointment."
Do I have signal? Oh my god, I can't even with the two of us. But would we like? So you would be like doing that, and I would be like holding two little. I'll get the little guys again. Like
what?
2 little flamingos. I hold them behind us while you do your podcasting.
No, they don't have to be.
No, we always have to have the flamingos. Oh, is this a look? Tom just got a show.
No, there's only one person enjoying your headlights.
Enjoying my titties.
Oh,
did we lose all of our fans because I was sick for one fucking night? Where are you going?
I gotta turn on the pool light.
I told you. I said I did these lights. Do the pool lights. And he needs to hang up more lights around the pool. But no. Do we have the lights? Yes. Have they been sitting here for months? Yes. Has he put them up? No. Are we supposedly getting a new pool cage? Yes. Is he gonna have to take them back down? Yes. Is he gonna have to put them back up? Yes. Is he gonna bitch and moan about it?
Did you have friends over here all day Saturday that precluded me from working in this area?
Yes. No.
Yes,
no.
You did.
They didn't preclude you from working in this area.
Really? I'm going to put up electrical wires with a.
So while we're there, I bought some things because the neighbors have been coming down with their adorable little girls.
Why am I wearing this?
On more than one occasion. Do you going to show the internet your titties?
Sure.
Yeah, hairy nipples. Nipple hair, nipple hair. Nipple hair is everywhere.
Enough of your crap. What?
Just want to
look at how pink. It's so pink.
Let me just touch your nipple.
No, would you stop it? Just get back to the Christmas tree shop. Please.
I'm so sad.
Please.
I want to touch your nipple hair. You're so mean to me.
You have so much to get to, and then you're going to read from a book.
Well, we may not get. Well, nobody's commenting, so it's not like it's taking us long.
Well, there's 3 people like listening.
There are 3 people that are horrified. Did you just make a big fart?
No, it was my bathing suit from getting back in the pool.
Well, there you go.
Bloik.
Okay, so we look around. So I bought a little floaty. It's around here somewhere. It's a fish for the little one. And if the little one won't use it, the other one can. And then I got some swimmies for the older one. And then I got these floats for us because I thought that they would keep us in the water and out of the water at the same time. And they were 10% off. And then there was all kinds of Star Wars and Disney stuff that I told my Star Wars fanatic friend about, Patrick. And his lady friend, my good friend Jen, who I hope will wear my wedding dress when they get married. When the hell are you guys getting married? Huh? Okay. Although it's not like I leave the house, so
yeah, we ain't going anyway. Now there's nobody watching.
We had weddings we wanted to go to that we didn't get to go to, so that was sad. I can't believe nobody's hearing this because this is a good fucking episode. Plus, I just showed everybody my tits. Okay, so I'm curious as to if we're showing up on the other platforms.
It says check mark. It says check mark. Check mark.
Okay. So
yeah, because we're not seeing any of the normal
maybe they think I died yesterday.
Oh, maybe we missed one. Maybe they think that we're just mailing it in from now on.
We come every night. You should come.
We're here
too. Well, I haven't come in like a week and a half. Leave me alone.
That's because you always have people over.
I haven't always had people over. I've had people over like once at night. I met my stand goal finally.
Oh, your stand goal. Why don't you talk about your stand goal?
Don't be a dick.
Be a dick.
So we're going through the Christmas tree shop and we run into these people and we're like, this is not like the Christmas tree shop at home. Where are you from? They weren't from Massachusetts. They'd never been before. We're like, you understand. This is more like a job lot than a Christmas tree shop. It wasn't picked over or anything. It is poorly, like it's a similar layout to most stores, but not exactly the same. Like there's places that went vertical that should have gone horizontal, but whatever. And but the same general layout. And we talked to a lot of people. We told them about the Christmas tree shop at home and what an icon it was, and we talked about the one at the bridge, which I think should be a historical landmark. And then, I mean, like, how many years was it that you could not go without hearing a Christmas tree shop commercial in New England? Like, my whole life.
Yeah, well, that and Bernie and Phil's up until like around the same time, probably around.
I don't know. I would love
ago.
somebody to look up on the Christmas tree shop with like the history of the Christmas tree shop.
Yeah,
we should talk about that again. So I will get back to that tomorrow because, yeah, and then maybe we'll go to back of Xmas tree shop. So one thing that we what else did we buy? We bought those. You got the glazed donut potato chips, which
we're gonna try. We're gonna try those on the air, I think.
And then
glazed donut potato chips.
And then we had.
You bought the juicy pear Jelly Belly.
Oh my God! Sparkling water, Jelly Belly juicy pear, $1.99 a can. Let me tell you something. I'm going to keep going back
10% off
because they're so
good.
Really
I
don't care if they're $1.99.
Really
they're so fucking good. And you know what? Sometimes you want like a special drink that's not alcohol. And so it's like it perfectly hit the spot for me. And you could add a little alcohol if you wanted to. You put a little Prosecco in there, that'd be pretty good.
No, it would ruin it.
I don't know.
You would have pear Prosecco watered down.
I think I like that.
Oh, maybe.
But again, I don't need to drink. We rarely drink. Last week we had a 1.5-year-old bottle of Prosecco.
It was flat.
We took 2 sips out of it, flat. We were like,
oh, flat.
Oh well, we got cake, and we shouldn't have had the cake either. But that's a whole other.
We got the cake. It was our anniversary.
Pretty good. I've been dropping weight. Have you even weighed yourself?
No, I haven't weighed myself.
You should probably do that. Also, I'm thinking you should add a little bit more red pepper.
Add more red pepper. I'm thinking cayenne pepper for heart health.
And so his blood pressure's down, and he's been a little healthier. He swam some laps the other day. He hasn't been doing the sauna or the biomat, but he has swam some laps. So you could always do the biomat watching TV. Not that he's had time to watch TV lately. So while we're there, we also got chatting with a nice couple. He was from Worcester.
From Worcester in the Tatnick area, and she was from Michigan, Neener.
And she was very nice. And they were very nice. And they just celebrated like some
52 years of wedding or something.
Yeah,
like
they just had a beautiful time. And they went to Marco Island. They have a condo there. Their whole family was there. She had a lovely dress with sailboats all over it.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be quiet, but once he got chatting, we couldn't shut him up.
Nah, we started talking about Tatnick.
So anyway, we had read that bubbles help keep bugs away. And one of the things that happens in the podcast is we get bit. Even though we have a pool screen, some small things can get through. And believe it or not, even our ants will bite you sometimes. They're not fire ants, they're just like little fuckers.
Nuisance ants.
So we had like a massive debate about the bubble machine.
Yeah, they had a whole. They had like one. Around the post. They had all their bubble paraphernalia there. So there was a pink frog. There was a pink circle that was a bubble machine. Then there was a frog,
and then there was like a couple of other just like random. There was a dino one, but it looked weak.
And then there was ones that were handheld, but we didn't want that.
No, so we got this one, but it's a little dinged up. But the reason we got it is because it dances and plays music, and it blows the bubbles. So this thing might take a flying leap into the pool. We haven't tried it out here, but we did put bubble solution in it, and we are going to have so. Is there bubble solution in it?
There's lots of bubble solution in it. It said it could take up to 20 seconds for bubbles to come out. It is so going in the pool, folks. It's so going in the pool.
It's so cute.
It goes in the pool. It's done. We take it back to the Christmas tree shop. See, Christmas tree shop, you can get things like this crab. I think you need to tie him down. And that's that. So if you want annoying, loud, musical bubble things, go to Christmas tree shop. I gotta guard it down here.
So you just have to tap it, it goes the other way?
Now it's a stop. There it goes.
Oh, if it just like gets caught under the table, we'll be set. And we don't even know how long these bubbles are going to last. You guys, we're so entertained by this. One person's here. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you people playing with your bubble crab? But that's it. We like to have bubble crabs here at Marital Hate. If you had bubble crabs, your marriage would be happy too. See it? Ah, he fell over. Go home, bubble crab. You're drunk.
I am Lawrence Welker. Welcome to the Bubbles Band.
I can't see you.
Welcome. I am Lawrence Welker with the Bubbles Band.
About?
Lawrence Welk used to have a bubble machine. And there was the bubbles.
Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk.
I don't even know about that.
He invented the bubbles.
Ian says, this is hilarious. You should have seen us diving after the fucking thing.
I am Lawrence Welker. Welcome to the Polka Fest.
Stop with the Lawrence Welk of it all. I'm like oily.
You have something against Lawrence Welk.
You're covered in bubbles. Why do you always flinch when I go near you?
I know, because I don't know.
Have I been an abusive spouse?
Well,
have I been
from
a
tickle invasive situation? Yes, but no other.
I thought I stopped when you told me to.
Well, sometimes.
I'm sorry if I haven't respected your boundaries.
Sometimes you punch my butthole and say
I do. Wait, can I just
what was that?
touch a nipple?
No, thank you.
Doug will not let me touch the nipples around his hairs around his nipples. Lawrence Welk and Bubbles.
Yeah.
I don't
Not to be confused with Bubbles the chimp, who now resides at a not what do they call it? A rescue area, a primate rescue resort here in Florida. So if you want to go drive 3 hours from here and see Bubbles, they might let you say hello.
So what I wanted to tell them is then we finally decided on our Bubbles. We did another 2 loops around the store because I do shopping in a very strange pattern, as my husband will tell you. And we get in line, and the woman from can you stop? I can't do both. You already did the line once. You don't need to do it again. If you want to do it at the end.
No, I wanted more Bubbles.
Okay.
Now I'm addicted.
Okay. So we have to get to the book before I run out of brightness. So the woman is in line. We chat with her a little bit. Then she goes, and then so we get by her, and the other woman from earlier in the day was like kind of blocking out. She's trying to get out of her way, and she had a big old donkey booty. I mean, big, like twice as big as mine. It was fucking awesome. I loved her.
It was
ass.
a double one.
I want to put my head in there and go.
And so of course Stacey goes, "I love your ass. You have a terrific
ass."
I
said, she's like, she was trying to get checked out, and I go, "That's okay. I was checking out your ass. That's awesome, girl." And so they were dying. I mean, there were women of a certain age, and they were just fucking dying. They thought it was hilarious, and she had a good butt. And the people at the end, the look they shot me, they were like,
there were some people that weren't real. Yeah.
Those people also didn't want to be our friends at Ford's Garage. I think
we did make some friends
and left us twice.
That's possible. We did make friends, and then we also sent some people packing. That's all right.
Well, actually, I'm hoping that Gabby from Ford's Garage is going to.
Oh, she was very nice.
Come into the podcast. She and I talked about perhaps doing mushrooms together this week.
So the reason we ended up at Ford's Garage is that Ford's Garage
not there yet. Because we're gonna get in the whole Ford's Garage thing if we do that, and I need to get.
I didn't know we were getting into a Ford's Garage. I was
because there's
we
have a whole story about Ford's Garage. It's a whole story.
Okay,
remember
right.
Paul Stanley, Gabby, the Dominicans at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stay on track. Okay, so I'm going to go through this as fast as I possibly can. This is on the Boundaries book. I got to tell you, I'm on chapter 5. This is one of the longer chapters. So again, I'm gonna just buzz right through. Comment if you see yourself in it. Doug, comment. Be helpful. People who are not raised to have boundaries can have an experience like an alien. Like think of like the Coneheads. Like we come from France and they don't understand how things are in our in our society, and it's like they're slowly learning the entire time, but they're doing everything wrong and they don't know why.
And they don't even know they're wrong.
They don't even know they're wrong. They don't even know what's wrong with them. They have no fucking clue. So what they did, they talked about I guess this was like the 10 rules of boundaries from chapter 5. So they talked about you reap what you sow. So codependence co-sign for the irresponsible folks who cannot continue to get what they want without consequence, meaning an enabler, somebody who does things for an alcoholic, for example, and there's no consequence for the alcoholic. Their life doesn't change. They don't lose anything because that person is there supporting them and encouraging in some way or tolerating the behavior. They must they have to, if you confront them, it may help, but there has to be a consequence, meaning like they're not going to stop if there isn't a consequence. Like you can say, well, when you do this, it bothers me, but most likely there needs to be like this bothers me. And like, for example, if I said, when you leave the kitchen a mess, it bothers me. And if you do it again, I won't go in the kitchen anymore or whatever. You can't control the other person. You can only control yourself. So you get to say what you will do. It's actually kind of a sticking subject around here because I can't like work in a kitchen that's not clean. And if I go in the kitchen and it's messy, I have like a panic attack. So if the kitchen's not clean, I don't go in there. And if the kitchen is clean, I do go in there. And it would be a lot better if we could keep it clean, but it is what it is. And we had already gone over this. Okay. If there's natural consequences, obviously it's best as opposed to some sort of, conflict or ultimatum, meaning like if I said to like, if Doug leaves the kitchen a mess, it leaves more work for him later. I'm not trying to pick on you. It's just the first thing I thought of.
The kitchen's not a mess most of the times. Probably about 4 hours a week, the kitchen's not a mess. Because as soon as I'm done cleaning it, I gotta cook something.
Well, okay, but if you clean while you go, then you don't have to clean it up before you cook. It's just doing it at a different time. But
can't clean the pan you're cooking in.
Just hear me out. Yeah, but you don't just leave the pan. Here, my point is that if you clean up while you're cooking, you have less work to do later because you've done it while you were cooking. Yeah. So you've multitasked. And then shit hasn't gotten stuck on and taking you twice as long to clean. Mm-hmm. I'm fully in support of sometimes you let a pan soak for a little while because you can't get it clean in one swoop. But I don't think we default to every pan soaks. And I don't think we default to leave it for 3 days. And I just would like us to keep the kitchen cleaner. And I wasn't trying to go off on a tirade about this, but we did.
What you did.
Not exactly. It wasn't really a tirade. A tirade usually involves me flipping out and the kids laughing their fucking asses off. Speaking of, one of our kids tonight had a little tiff with his boyfriend, and I can't. This is so bad, and it's so funny. Nolan, I'm so sorry, but this was so good. So, in relationships, sometimes we say or do things that we shouldn't do, and they had an argument, and Nolan's boyfriend said to him, "You argue like you have amnesia." And we thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the whole world.
How do you not laugh at that even during the fight?
And well, that's the thing. If one of us had said that, the other one would have died laughing. Yeah. But they're young and like, and I certainly don't, no, please know that we're not making fun of you
but
at
that
all.
Could be actually very mean. Like, you don't remember what you did.
Well, yeah.
Whereas I thought about it was like, you forgot what you were arguing about before.
Well, but the thing is that's interesting about it is that like it doesn't matter if it's funny or not. What matters is that Nolan's feelings were hurt. So Casey, fuck off.
What the hell?
I'm just kidding. Casey, we love you, but we think we love you.
We don't know. We don't know yet. We have to interview you.
Met you. Yeah,
we have to interview you in detail.
Okay. So anyway, Nolan but they have since resolved their spat. Okay. It was about something small, and I think every couple out there give Casey and Nolan a clue as to what it's like. You fight over stupid things, and as you get older, the things get less stupid. You fight less, and sometimes you just give up entirely. And that's when you get divorced or die.
I will say one time on the Tonight Show. Tony Randall, who played Felix Unger on The Odd Couple, was asked, he goes, "Do you ever fight with your wife?" He goes, "No, never." He goes, "Once." And he goes, "Well," and Johnny Carson was like, "Oh, what do you mean once?" He goes, "We argued about like the stupid thing, like, I don't know what I can't even remember what it was." And so every time when they start to have an argument, they mention the topic of that original argument that was just so terrible. Yeah. And they just busted out laughing because nothing's really that worth arguing about.
Well, it's funny because Matt, who I went diving with on our wedding day.
It's a Matt.
His wife, Jill, and he will say they would watching the people throw the fish at the fish market, and something like when they had a problem and they couldn't handle it, they need the other person to help. They'd be like, "I'm throwing you a fish," and I thought that was really cool because like sometimes a lot of times we're like, no, I'm freaking out this time. You need to be and 9 times out of 10 around here. This one's the one who freaks out. I'm the voice of reason. But when I need to be the voice of reason, I'm like, no. It's my turn to freak out. You're not on the camera. Do you not like me?
No, I'm over. I'm just trying to give you some room with your book. I can get poked in the eye with your book. And
okay, let me just get through this as fast as we can. Responsibility and love one another as I love you, which have loved you, which is like from the Bible, but it's nice. We must know the difference between responsibilities and boundaries. There's a difference between loving one another and being one another. You cannot grow for someone else, and you cannot help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Words of wisdom, all of them. Did you see anything beautiful there, Doug?
I was just laughing at you. You can grow for someone else, but that's...
How can you grow for someone else?
It's called an erection.
Yeah, but trying to be serious, trying to get through this. Does anybody want?
You asked.
I'm going to turn the fucking crab on. It's going to go in the pool and electrocute us. And then our podcast will go viral once and for all.
Did you see that?
If you guys could tell some people about the podcast, we'd really appreciate it because we put a lot of effort into this, and we really appreciate the people that do watch. But it would be better if there were more, so that we could maybe someday get some sponsors, or get some sponsors, or maybe do something cool, like do something for charity or whatever. But like right now, we're just doing it to entertain like a handful of people, and we would like to help more people, and also we'd like to.
You can't grow for other people.
We would, but we're asking you to tell people about our podcast. People who like to learn about natural health and fisting and
the
Crisco disco, and other issues of love and light. Anne says, "Perfect answer, Doug." Okay, Anne. You don't
like it when she encourages me.
She always encourages you. She loves you.
Well, she's a light.
She's this close to being. She's this close to being the new Deb. And you just have to show them your tits. Anyway, I'm just teasing you, sweetie. Anyway, back to responsibility. We covered that. So there's the law of power. Admit that this is all some AA stuff too. I almost said shit, but I mean, like, I really believe this, so bear with me. You have to admit that you're struggling, submit to God, pray or manifest, make choices based on your options, ask for help, make amends. And of course, they talked about the serenity prayer, and is really asking God to clarify our boundaries. I really am high as fuck. Present illnesses people suffer from is to change. Oh, the biggest illness people suffer from is trying to change others. Doug, can you get the comments while I'm on this?
Anne said, "I love you, Doug. Up yours, Stacy. LOL."
Eat a dick.
Wow. And then speaking of the D, she wished you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's not till Thursday. And thank you for my gift. Oh my God, I have to tell you, I pulled 7 cards for this week, and so far, like 3 of them have come true.
Yeah, well, and if the rest of them come through, we're gonna be doing all right with that Powerball. Oh yeah.
I talked about abundance twice.
Gonna buy me a dune buggy, and so.
You're not buying a dune buggy.
Trying to think of, like,
we do think we found an RV today, though. We do think we found an RV today.
It was interesting looking RV. Yes.
It would be a good starter RV for us. I would like to say that one thing that I've discovered through all of this, and some things that have been going on in my life that just happened to coincide with this book, is that the codependent needs the addict. And even when there's a narcissist, they need the enabler. They need that doormat. And the problem is that these people are just as sick as their counterparts. Mm-hmm. And we've all been every one of these people at some point in time. But like, there's this idea of good and bad out there. And the reality is it's a spectrum. Like, nobody's all good, nobody's all bad. And when you let people walk all over you, you're not honoring yourself. You're not honoring your space. Like, you're just, it's just as bad. And it's so funny too, if you think about it. Like, we know people who that they're if you've had an unhealthy marriage, and I know more than like I'm not like if this was just one specific person I was referring to, I probably wouldn't talk about it. But I'm talking about I have seen a pattern of relationships where one person walks all over the other one. And the person that walks all over the other one never sets any limits with that person. And they need them to be the bad guy and they need to feel like they're superior. Am I wrong?
I think that's fairly accurate.
How many times have we seen that?
I've seen it quite a few times.
I want to say at least a dozen. I've seen it, and I haven't seen many situations.
I think that's why the relationship goes south, because there's like a power dynamic that doesn't give and take.
It's not. You often get into the parent-child relationship, and then also you have like their people get competitive with one another, which is funny because I'm not competitive with you. I mean, there's definitely things. There's things that like when now that you can beat me at cribbage, like.
Yeah, that bothers you.
Most of the time, it kind of bugs me, but I still love him.
This is the Boundaries book, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie asked which book is this?
And Anne said that you are going to be okay.
I might be. I don't know. I also, side note, and I'll maybe loop back to this later, but this is the 4-year anniversary of my youngest daughter leaving home. 2 days before my birthday. To say it was traumatic would be an understatement. My birthday is Thursday. And it's not a good time for me. I haven't had good birthdays. I feel like I'm going to throw up right now, even just thinking about it.
Okay.
I haven't had good birthdays. And it's just a reminder to me that my kids don't talk to me. My parents don't talk to me. I don't really have any family except my aunt. I have a cousin. I don't even know where my other cousin
you do have that 23andMe that you never know what's going to come up.
I get to meet my cousin Jesse recently and his beautiful family. So yeah, that's something. But like, I'm kind of sad about my birthday, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Like, I might be crying. I might like be dead that day. I don't know. I'm not gonna off myself. I'm not allowed. People like me, whatever. Like 4 of you. Okay. So we talked about you can influence others, but you need the wisdom to know what is and is not you. So meaning like I can say to someone like, I'm going to help you with, your responsibilities, but it's not my responsibility. So I have to realize like I'm not taking that on. Like I make a commitment because I want to, I choose to. And if I choose to, I don't have a right to be resentful for it. It was my choice.
Right.
And if I'm doing something, if I'm resentful, I clearly didn't set a boundary. Who do I blame for that? Me. I know that's a hard one to swallow. That means when someone takes advantage of you, it's your fault. Because you can't change them. You can only change you. And I should have known better. I should have, known this person better. That's a big one for me. Like I'll do anything for anybody. And then I find out, oh, wait, they're just taking advantage of me. They're shitty. They're terrible people who are going to continue their awful patterns and treat me like garbage and have absolutely no appreciation for me. Like, I think that it's reasonable to expect people to appreciate the things that you do for them. And it's also reasonable to accept that some people are not going to appreciate what you do for them. And it's sad. But you know what? Shame on you for expecting appreciation. You should expect nothing in return, not even appreciation. But that's my thing. Yeah, I don't expect anything in return, but some appreciation would be nice.
Yeah.
And when you're someone who is selfless, and I'd like to think I am sometimes, we have a tendency to do, and never expect anything in return, and then realize, wait a second, I've never even gotten so much as a thank you. What the fuck am I doing here? Yeah. That has happened to me so many times. It happened to me twice last April. It happened to me with my friend Lenny, who passed away. It's happened to me with my kids. It's happened to me with, oh gosh, so many friends. And it's on me. It's on me because I don't set the limits. I'm getting better at it. And if I have set a limit with you, consider it a huge compliment because I'm practicing with safe people. And I think I have with like kind of everybody here. So thank you guys for putting up with me while I practice to be a person.
Anne wants me to show my boobs, but no, it's a family show.
I had a bug on me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Me or something. I don't know what you're gonna do.
I just want to touch your nipple hair.
No, I don't know. That's not nice.
You don't want me to touch your nipples? I won't.
Yeah.
Sorry, my nose
is boundary.
I'm getting something's been biting me. Get the bubbles back on. Can you get the bubbles on for just a couple minutes? And I need to take my B, but I'm out of it, and I need to order it.
I'm showering you with bubbles.
Please, I'm getting bit. I'm low on vitamin D. I like the, oh, they pop as soon as they hit the pool. And they're leaving a film on the pool. Maybe the pool guys will stop putting so many fucking chemicals in. There you go. Okay. So respect. It's better to be alone than to be with someone who doesn't respect. And we fear that others won't respect our boundaries, and others lose clarity about our. We lose clarity about ourselves, and we judge others' priorities. Where we judge, we will be judged.
I think that's a God quotation.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, but I refuse to quote the Bible. I know that's probably bad, but I got to tell you, judgment sets us up a fear cycle onto others. I need to respect others' boundaries, and if they love and respect people, they will respect our boundaries as well. So if you respect other people's boundaries, they will respect your boundaries. And you shouldn't ever feel guilt. Motivation. You have to be motivated. You have to put some sort of effort in. And if you in life, if you don't make effort, you're going to just end up feeling shitty and depressed. And that's a big thing with depression. They talk about is that the solution to depression is action. And you should always ask yourself what your motive is. Is it love or losing love? So sometimes people will do things because they're afraid that they're going to lose love if they don't do them.
And some people are just do things because they're afraid to be alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And neither of those things are really aligned with self-respect. And where responsibility and boundaries are concerned, it's really important to think about what your motives are. I actually have to pull up something from I lost the page already. 93. So you're going to have to say something intelligent while I pull it up.
Intelligent thing. While she pulls up the page.
Tell them a turtle fact or something.
Oh, turtle fact. You want a turtle fact. That
there's a fucking burrowing owl right there.
That's an owl fact. A turtle fact is a reptile with a hard shell.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're doing, but it certainly isn't love. So in some relationships, people do things and they think that they're doing them in a loving way, meaning like self-sacrificing things that they do for the other person. I'm not quite sure what you're doing, but it isn't love. Love brings happiness, not depression. If your loving is depressing you, it's probably not love. Boom, right there.
These sound like 80s lyrics, though.
Maybe, but I will say this. There's a lot of stuff I've realized in here about, like, I'm hoping there's a chapter on caregivers. Because that relationship is very complicated. It's impossible for Doug. It's really hard for me. It adds a whole layer to our relationship, and it sucks. It sucks because we both feel powerless, right? You feel powerless.
Yeah, well, to a degree, yeah.
We both feel stuck, and it really fucking sucks. I think the only thing that saves us is our sense of humor.
That's a huge part. Well,
that helps.
That and that we actually love each other versus whatever. But
yeah, that's true. We do. I don't plan on fucking anyone at a bookstore, so there's that. Shout out to the Red Roof Inn.
True story, bro.
His motive for giving was loving, but was not love, but fear of losing love. Self-centered, angry people often get angry when someone tells them no. The false motives and others keep us from setting boundaries. The false motives of others keep us from setting boundaries. And they talk about the fears that people have, the fear of loss of love, fear of others' anger, fear of loneliness, the fear of losing the good me inside, meaning like, oh, I'm a good person. And then you're not, if you stand up, or just plain old guilt. So that was that. And I think I'm going to finish the rest. Let's see how far I can get. Evaluation. That's one of the other rules. There's a dentist analogy. Oh, you go to the dentist, right? Like, it hurts. So like some people don't want to set a limit with people, right? And so you're like, okay, why don't you want to set the limit with them? Well, it might hurt them. it's like, yeah, but it's going to be better for them in the long run, because if you set a boundary, you're going to be happier. So for the sake of argument, I go to the dentist. I know it's probably going to hurt.
Hurts a little bit.
But in the end, I'm better off.
You're better.
And that's the reality of setting a boundary with someone in a relationship.
Think about the dentist next time you have to tell somebody to F off.
And Charlie says actually being alone is not that bad.
That's right. You have to get used to it, though.
Yeah, I think being alone is great. I mean, there's definitely times where I need more alone time than I'm getting. Actually, kind of on Sunday, I was like, hey, are you going to go work on your music? Are you going to go work on your... And I also want you to work on your music. Ding, TikTok. I'm going to return your speakers. I will take your guitar.
It's like a deja vu up in this bitch.
And Daniel says hello from Mansfield,
Ohio.
Mansfield.
As high in the middle, round on both ends, Ohio.
Okay, we need to talk about the Mansfield thing though at some point. We just can't do it right now. We don't have time.
We can talk about that later.
Okay, I'll have to write it down. You can only honest, purpose-filled life, meaning you have a direction, can have good health. You can express disappointment and respect boundaries. So meaning like if Doug was like, hey, I'm not cooking dinner tonight because I have to work, and I thought he was going to cook dinner, I can say like, well, I'm sad that you're not going to cook dinner, but that's your right, like, or whatever. You know, you can still give him the space to do what he needs to do. I cooked dinner today and lunch today. You know how? Pub subs, baby.
Charlie, you're right. I have never issues being myself.
And Daniel says it's Brockton with Amish people. That's hilarious. And so you have to be proactive. You can't have a victim mentality and express an anger in the reactive stance. It doesn't work in the long run. And of course, I thought about Jordan Peterson and being a monster in the garden is something that he talks about. And it's something we need to practice. And we need to find a safe space to do that, like a support group. So I'm actually going to cut off here because it's very long and we'll finish it tomorrow. So that's chapter 5. And it's a good chapter. I'm already 3/4 away through with chapter 9. I don't know why I'm closing the wrong fucking book right now. So we did get something in the mail today, and I want to share it before the lights go out. So
I have no foreknowledge of this.
So we had sent to our friends the Alvies this case, 9 cases. I think I accidentally sent like 6 or 9 cases of Capri Sun lemonade to Paige because Todd's mom passed, and I just thought it was something that would put a smile.
And you can't
his
get
father.
it anymore.
I'm so sorry.
It was
his father passed. It's this Capri Sun lemonade that you can't get anymore, and I had gotten it for Paige when we first met her, and it's just kind of our thing. And so she lost her grandfather. Todd lost his father, and we were devastated for them. So we donated to the Marshfield Boys and Girls Club, even though we don't really have the money. But you know, we wanted to support the family, and so we sent the Capri Suns, and this is what came in the mail today, and it's the best thank you card I have ever seen in my life.
Thank you, it says. And then on the inside,
wait till you see this. It's so beautiful.
It's a picture, a hand-drawn picture of the Capri Sun box that
Isn't
says
that
thank
amazing?
you, Stacy and Greg, which is crossed out, and Doug because her dad thinks I'm Greg.
He calls her not Greg.
Thank you for the lemonades. They were so good and refreshing.
I wish she didn't drink all of them. Oh my God, I need to call Todd.
They're gone already. They're gone.
There were like 99 of them.
But yeah, that was
Paige is on a sugar high.
You know what? This is when I entered the field of graphic design, this is the kind of this is how I would go into a meeting and say, look, Capri Sun, we're gonna put the lemons, and then we're gonna put your logo up here, and then over here we got something else. And yeah, that's how it used to be done with markers.
I want to see some drawings like that. Oh, I have seen all kinds of drawings that you've done, but I would love to see like an old mock-up of something we're gonna do. You do mock.
Yeah, I used to have all that stuff. I don't have it
You did that
anymore.
On our third date. You did a mock.
I mock up the living room.
Yeah. With the orange couch. If you know, you know.
I'm very good at spatial relations.
Who do we know? Is there anybody here that slept on the orange couch? Charlie hasn't slept on it, but he sat on it many times.
Charlie may have slept on it.
He may have slept on it. He's definitely sat on it.
Yeah.
I don't think Charlie slept over our house in a long time. Has he?
Maybe
he might have.
Yeah.
We played Cards Against Humanity late a few nights, but then he had a dog, and now he has another dog named Luna. Rest in peace, Girly. Okay, so I wanted to talk. Okay. So, there was somebody that was watching the podcast. We don't know who it was because this person later told me that you don't even know my real name. So
we don't even know who it is.
He's told me what is allegedly his name, but I don't know if I don't believe him or not. But I will tell you this. We just had like a little chat. And I was like, oh my God, thank you for your support of the podcast, because he had reached out. And it was really at a time that I really needed. Charlie has, in fact, slept on the orange couch. He says I slept on it. So he, oh my God, what was I saying? He didn't tell me his real name, but he had commented on the podcast or contacted me about the podcast. And I told him, thank you. And the situation gets really weird because the guy doesn't have any Facebook friends. And he's going off Facebook or whatever. So he was really nice and I appreciated his comments, and we had some back and forth for over a course of days. Like we would just have, a few sentences here, a few sentences there. So apparently he had a little too much to drink on Saturday.
And
I get the following message. Are you guys swingers? I'm like, oh, hell no. That is not our jam. No judgment. Actually, we would love to hear all about it. If you're a swinger, we want to know who does the laundry and other fine details. Why is it that it looks like I have no makeup on one eye? I don't know.
You look nice though.
Guys, help me. See that? I don't even know. Ugh. I don't even know what to do with myself anymore.
You look fine.
I hate being on camera, and I'm not feeling very attractive these days. If we win the lottery, I think I'm going to have some stuff done to the face. No injectables, but
you and Madonna.
Oh God, she looks ridiculous.
When Stacy comes out of here looking like something out of...
Can't they just do like a feather lift or something? This is what bothers me. See this right here? That thing? I've always had that, and it's getting worse in my old age, and I've always hated it. It's like honestly, they could just do like a little lipo right there. Just a little tiny bit of lipo right there. Just to suck that fucker out.
Meanwhile, my face looks like a Halloween mask.
Can they do lipo on your face?
I don't know what they can do.
Can they put like a little tiny needle and suck that shit out?
I don't know.
I would need to be knocked out for that.
You know what they could do is put that window shrink film on your face, shrink your face, and then you just walk around with the window.
Maybe I need like frownies or those eye bag things. But I have always had this, even like as a teenager. I've always had it, and I've always hated it. And I have it on both sides, but it's worse on one side than the other.
How would that must be called something like, how like the taint is called the taint? That's like not your eye or your nose.
Think it's because of my fucking sinuses?
I don't know what it's from. I don't think your sinuses are cavities in your skull. Are they not?
This is definitely my sinus. I can feel it. Let's do the sinus bomb tonight and see if it makes my puffy face go down.
Sure, I'll get right.
We need to do the sinus bomb anyway. Okay, so he says.
So he's like, "Are you guys swingers?"
No, thank you. And he goes, "Well, I would eat that ass all day." And I'm like,
"All day is a little excessive
and gross." And he's like, "No, I would eat that ass all day." And I'm like, wow, that's a nice compliment. And of course I told Doug, and we talked about how we would consider that as an option should there be a toilet paper shortage again. But for now,
the dude come over, and
for now we're good.
Yep.
I'm good, with having my asshole licked for all day by this man. And so it became our running joke all weekend is yeah. So anyway, I am happy to say that this man had a little too much to drink and has decided to get sober. So we're really happy for him, and we will pray for him, and whoever he is, we're not really sure.
Daniel says wrinkles, stretch marks, and cellulite are sexy. It means you have lived. I hate any store-bought body enhancements.
I don't know what to tell you, Daniel. I'm going to have some nips and tucks done when I win the lottery tonight. I'm thinking, okay, here's the full list. Ready? Titty lifty. Fatty from the tummy put in the titties. I want to have that fat sucked out right there. I want my teeth done. Yeah, I'm becoming shallow. I want my teeth done, and I want lipo on my arms, and I want permanent lipstick, permanent eyeliner, and eyebrows. And I would like them to make my ankles skinnier. I had cankles.
Plane them down.
I had cankles.
Plane them down.
We haven't had rain in so long. I'm worried.
Well,
it has not been
New England and Vermont. I'm sorry, people of Vermont. You guys got all the rain, and we hope you guys are doing okay up there.
What did they having flooding?
They had flooding, and there was a death or two up. It was New York and Vermont. Vermont got it really bad. There was some unbelievable footage of cars upturned and just roads turn into rivers, like raging rapids.
Okay, I have to pull something up.
What are you pulling up, baby?
It's the thing from the keto group.
There's a thing from a keto group.
Yes. So I belong to a group
called
yes, Carb Cutters Keto and Low Carb Recipes.
It's what happens when you don't have enough carbs. You start to get cranky.
So this is the thing. You raise a valid point. I have a lot of friends who are in recovery. We just talked about somebody that's just going into recovery. I know at least one person that needs to go into recovery. And I have our good friend Charlie here has been sober 13 years. My grandfather was sober 31 years. It's just a part of life. Go ahead. You can shine that in before I get going on this one because I have to find some of the comments. What did he say?
He said, Daniel said he'll send a picture privately of the sexiest woman he has ever been with if we want.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Well, I'll send it to her. I don't like looking at other women now that I'm a married man.
So stupid. Send it to both of us. You can look at another woman. You look at other women all the time.
No, I don't.
Liar, liar.
No, I do not.
We both look at other women all the time. I'll be like, damn.
Well, we did look at that old lady with the big ass at the store. No, she wasn't good.
It was great.
It wasn't good.
It was almost Lisa Elbag level, but Lisa Elbag
has
lost
babylicious.
That butt. Lisa, I told you, keep that butt.
Yeah, prayers to Don Elbag as well.
Yes,
absolutely.
Please pray for the Elbags. They're very nice people. So anyway, somebody had commented. What are you doing?
Daniel says he is very impressed, Doug.
Okay.
I'm an impressive man.
You are an impressive man. So anyway, I always like to point, I don't like how there's alcohol everywhere, like all the time, like everything.
There's a keto group. Back to the keto group.
Yes, this is exactly what I was talking about, Rude Man. I don't like how people are constantly talking about, everything has to be alcohol centered. There's people that are drunk every week and people drunk every night. People will use any excuse to drink. Like I realize now that, that so many people have a problem and they're just not willing to admit it. And I'll tell you where I learned it primarily was from this group right here. So I had actually put on my wall that I don't understand why people are obsessed with alcohol. And all my friends were like chiming in about alcoholics that they knew or how it's a family problem and, how long they've been sober and so forth. It was really great. And like, what a great group of supportive people. But let me just tell you about these people. It's craziness. So supposedly I commented here. So I had commented that I never understand the people's need for alcohol. And it was very much, I never understand. Oh, I will never understand why people are so obsessed with drinking. If I never drank again, I probably wouldn't notice. Our anniversary was last week. We had a sip of champagne, literally a sip. Last time before that, it was last year. Actually, I had 2 sips and it was flat as shit both times. I had to check. So these people got very mad. Why the judgmental post? She isn't sound obsessed with alcohol. She asked you a simple question. That's it. Why do you feel the need to insult her and then go about yourself and your drinking habits? I just said I will never understand. I also wanted to make it a safe space for people who are sober. I want people to know that you don't have to drink all the time, that there are other options. Maybe the woman who wrote this post has a drinking problem. I mean, for me, that if I had to plan my diet around alcohol, I would have a problem. Like if you were like, oh, hey, I'm going to a wedding this weekend.
I'm going to booze it up.
Is it okay for me to have champagne? Like, or do we need to go out of my way and have, that's actually, think about that. Like there's so many societal ways that addicts are pressured, particularly alcoholics.
Yeah.
If you go to a wedding, they give everybody a glass of champagne.
Yep.
For a toast.
It's like when Dylan had to have the iced tea for his toast for his wedding.
Okay.
On 90210.
Dylan had iced tea for his toast on the wedding, but like, yes, that's a good example. But like, if you imagine you're an addict and you're in a situation like that, somebody else standing up and saying, I'll have a seltzer, please. It makes it easier for you to come forward and say, I'll have a seltzer, please. So I stand by what I said. But let me just tell you, these people, the more desperate they, like, the more they defended, like, how dare you say, I don't understand people's obsession with alcohol. Did I say your obsession with alcohol? No. Did I say these people suck? No. But I did realize is that there's a lot of drunk, angry people in this group. And PS people, alcohol increases depression and inflammation, among many other things, like your waistline. Anybody think a beer gut is sexy? No. Again, nothing wrong with having the occasional beverage. But if it rules your life and if the idea of it going away is a problem for you, you probably have a problem. That's just my humble opinion about that. So
that was a soapbox moment.
That maybe that was judgmental, but that's how I feel, especially based on the behavior I've seen here. Let it go. I'm sure you have habits none of us could understand. She asked for suggestions, not who thinks drinking is stupid or unnecessary. Move along, Stacy. Nobody cares. I will never understand why people can't just keep their opinions that they weren't asked for to themselves. Your comment was, by the way, I'm the only person in the group that got attacked. A bunch of people talked about it. Should be kept to yourself. I'd never drink as well. And I thought to myself, hey, I know a lot of low carb beer that she might like. Why are you replying? This topic is about low calorie alcohol for those who drink. Did someone ask you for a completely unnecessary comment? I don't think so. So the fact that these people couldn't tell that it was a necessary comment speaks volumes. And the fact that they're so defensive speaks volumes. Like, if you have to defend your drinking, you probably have a problem. Am I wrong?
Well, now I'm seeing it a little bit better of a light, right? Because if it's a keto group, was somebody else talking about alcohol that you commented about?
No, but you're missing the point. The question was about alcohol. Okay. And the reason I brought it up was because I wanted people who were sober to have a safe space.
Yep. No, I agree.
So, suck it. I'm going to protect my addict friends at every fucking opportunity. That's my responsibility to them. And if they don't like it, they can go fuck themselves. So,
sideways.
My friends, I will tell you, they were all like talking about their sobriety and how wonderful it was for them and how it changed their lives, or the people that they lost to addiction. And I thought that like it just proved to me that I have a really good group of friends, some of which I've never even met, who are the nicest people I could ever love in the world. And I'm just so grateful to have them. But I want to read you guys what I wrote and the responses. Another thing I don't get, the fucking obsession with alcohol. What good does it bring to your life? Edit. I'm not talking about addicts. I mean everyday folks who need to drink, who would not be called addicts. Well, originally I hadn't put that part, and I went back and added it because so many people started talking about addiction. And addiction's a whole subject, and it's something we talk about here a lot because, again, we have people being really negative. Charlie just said something absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
and Charlie's been sober for 13 years. I don't think that we've hit a lot of these cons, but Charlie said, "Funny, I never defend my sobriety." That's right. Well, you know what? I think you do have to defend sobriety because a lot of times people will be like, "Do you want to drink? Do you want to drink? Do you want to drink?" No, have one. Just have one. You can just have it. It's just a beer.
No, I don't drink beer or wine, and I don't really drink at all. And so, like, people offer me, I'm like, none for me, thanks, whatever, right? And you always get that like sort of attitude. You're like, well, what do you like? You must need something, right? Or whatever. And I'm like, I don't like beer, I don't like wine, whatever. And so I'm not gonna make.
How about just no, thank you.
Frozen blender margarita.
I'm a big fan of this. Well, I mean, you should have 5 margaritas.
Well, at least 4.
A good answer is just no.
Thank you. But I always find that like people are like, it's odd.
Thank you.
Not being a non-drinker is odd.
Something about the hand gesture of the stop that it might be, but like if you say no, thank you.
Yeah.
And even sometimes the thank you, like and Charlie's good. Charlie, and because he has this very resounding, like deep voice, he's like, no. Like the earth shakes when Charlie says no. So Charlie says no and he fucking means it. I only heard him be like, no, thank you. And like people will be like, no, take it, over and over again. The reality is what you should say is, no, thank you. And if they say again, no.
But I will say this, Charlie, that when people say that, like, I mean, well, what if I was an addict and I didn't want to tell you I was or like recovering, right? Like
people say they're allergic.
Yeah, these people are just not like, I don't know, like people need to be more sensitive to things like that in general. And
I think so.
But and
like people have dietary restrictions too. Like, you just don't know. Like if somebody's on medication, it could be that they have a dietary issue. It could be that they have an allergy. It could be that they don't like you. Maybe they think you're rapey. Like it could be any reason. You don't even know. Danielle's telling me to check my Facebook Messenger. I cannot do that right now, but I will try to get to it as soon as possible. Charlie said something that was brilliant here. Planning a diet without alcohol is a lot easier than planning a diet with alcohol. Bam. Yeah, think about how, I mean, like, even like a glass of champagne is like 90 calories or some crazy amount. And it's basically manifests as sugar. Daniel says, I don't want it to be a slave to anything, alcohol, weed, food, porn, or anything. Oh, Daniel.
Weed, food, porn.
I think you would be
That's a new
slave
category.
to me, baby. Like the Britney Spears song. I would like Daniel to get a bikini on and a large python, albino python,
and
where
he around to some Alice Cooper music
and sings I'm a Slave to You by Britney Spears.
Huh?
I feel like if anybody could pull it off, it's Dan. Charlie says, again, this is funny. I never have to defend my sobriety. And Charlie says, well, people who are trying to pressure me for anything, hey, thanks for the offer, but no. Charlie just said,
eat it.
No.
Eat it, Charlie.
And the earth shakes. I'm not even kidding. It's
Charlie's got that like drawing like no.
Where does this draw come from? He's
I don't know.
Fucking Middleborough.
Maybe it comes from the hat. I don't know. Maybe it comes from the hat. So yeah, but,
that was my belly.
But you know what, Charlie possesses that sort of like, it's not a wall, but it's like it's a demeanor in which you don't have to offer too much information, right? If he says no, it's no,
says it
right?
All.
And
he's a man of few words unless he gets going.
Yeah,
no, you can't shut him up.
Fantastic, but but I wish I was a little bit more like that. Like just say, like how in like negotiations,
don't
like
get
the first
too
guy
much
to
more
talk.
Like Charlie, I can't take that much.
The first person that's speaking in negotiation loses. That's why I don't like really negotiate anything, because I would lose, because I don't like the silence, but I'm getting better at it. Getting much better.
Kind of. We need to be setting some boundaries, especially at work. Work-ish. Freelance that you don't get paid for. Charlie says, if I have to repeat this statement, no, then I need to go check out the local coffee shop.
Until he gets kicked out for being tall.
And can't kick him out for being tall.
Hat wearing.
So in the chat on my post, Daniel said, Daniel, or food in my case. Then we talked about addiction and how you can really get addicted to anything, but that's particularly a bad thing. My friend Bambi said she didn't get it, the alcohol thing either. She said that she drank twice and she's never doing it again. And my friend Scott said the worst part of having a few drinks is the alcohol. I'd drink all day if alcohol had no effect on me. And Tara Pedersen chimed in saying that making mocktails and iced coffee at home has saved her so much money and energy. You're 100% spot on with this post. Then I was talking about, drinks that you want to have for people. And I thought that the pear sparkling water was a good one. And the Liquid Death, the thing that's funny about Liquid Death is it looks like a beer and it looks like a beer. So like, if you don't want to look like you're walking around with a beer, Liquid Death sucks because it looks like a beer. But if you want to look like you're walking around with a beer, Liquid Death. So Bruce Tata said, my sense about alcohol and alcoholism is that it is a disease triggered from weak link in their DNA. When a person with a trigger, they're at great risk. For most others, it is a proclivity to seek booze, to feel good, feel better, or feel accepted. For them, over time, it has become a horrible psychological addiction. We talked about addiction a bit. And Anne, she's here somewhere. She had said something about it being used for pain relief. And while that may have been true in, like, I don't know, the Civil War or whatever, using it for pain relief in the moment might work. But in the long run, it'll actually cause more pain because it causes inflammation and it manifests as sugar in your body. So inflammation upon inflammation.
Charlie chimes in.
Yeah.
LMAO. Stacy can only handle limited amounts of the Charlie. LA.
Yeah, you drive me fucking crazy. Settle down there, Daddy.
Daniel, if I can pull this up, Daniel loved getting drunk until the first real hangover. That's when I fell in love with cocaine. And had none in the last 35 years.
Well, I will say, I have like an ex-cousin-in-law whose kid had a hangover over the weekend.
Oh.
And instead of doing the right thing, like pound on pans, sorry, I don't mean to pick on you, pound on pans and make his fucking life miserable, she cooked him breakfast. I don't know that that's the habit I want for my kid that's living at home and hungover. Like, that's a good look. Like, at least you get your own place. If you're going to get so drunk that you're hungover, you should have your own place. If you're living at home with mom and dad, maybe you should be spending the money you're spending on booze.
I will say this. Anytime I get drunk, I just want to go to bed. I just need to go to sleep. And that was not it's not good.
Well,
I don't enjoy it. I don't really enjoy it. So.
But I can't help but wonder if that's like, and please don't think I'm picking on you and she doesn't watch podcasts anyway. But if your kid is drinking and you're making him breakfast for his hangover and treating him with kid gloves, is that the beginning of enabling? Is that the beginning of an alcohol problem?
I think if it happens every 4 days, yeah. But I think,
don't you think
kids will be kids,
don't you
whatever.
think being drunk, drunk, you're so drunk you're hungover in your parents' house is a bad look?
Yeah, it is a bad look. And well, it depends if
it's a bad look in general.
Yeah.
But like when you're a college kid, you go back to your dorm room or you go back to your apartment, you had a party at your apartment, it's one thing. But to be a fucking grown adult in your parents' home, that's just so disrespectful.
It's no, it is. Well, it was funny. I was thinking like I couldn't imagine drinking alcohol every day. I couldn't even imagine it.
I used to have a quarter glass of red wine at when I would get home, like just to like I would have either, or sometimes I would even have like a half glass with some bread, and that would be my dinner because it was too late to really eat anything, but I would be wired, and so it would be like, and like I don't think that there's anything wrong with a small amount of alcohol, but if you can't go without that alcohol, if you have to defend that use of alcohol, if you are hungover at your parents' house,
it's causing you problems in other areas of your life.
If anybody is saying to you, hey, we need to talk about your drinking, no one's ever going to say we need to talk about your sobriety. Like, you should probably think about it. Just think about it. Because you know what? It's a lot easier to nip this problem in the bud before it becomes a problem. Because you and I know people that that have had significant problems with alcohol, and maybe if they had stopped sooner, it would have been easier for them to stop. I mean, your dad.
Well, I don't know if it would have been easier, but I don't.
You get to a point.
Addiction
alcoholics get to a point where they like literally can't survive
they
without
can't,
alcohol. Yeah. So I mean, let's talk about that. Like, let's quit you before there. Let's stop the problem before it starts. Let's stop it as a societal problem. Let's
stop making it cool as a society thing.
Well,
right?
And let's not drink to be happy. Let's drink to be happier. Can we scoot a little bit to the left? I'm off the towel and my arm is getting ripped up. Of course, my friend said it runs in families, and she had lost her brother or her husband shared his name. My sister-in-law Patty talked about how it was a drink now and again. And she's seen the horrible effects of alcohol. And, of course, Rhonda talked about it being a family addiction. My friend Risa said, I think the obsession with alcohol is the distraction it brings from our own shadow, in addition to the attached celebration and reward for our hard work in our society. Advertising initially through propaganda about the health benefits, very similar to what tobacco did. Indoctrination led nicely into generational addiction, now is heavily present and glamorized in every form of entertainment and imaginable. I couldn't have said it better myself. Lori McVeigh pointed out, it's all about the money, baby. And then, of course, my friend Lisa Elbag, the one with a good ass, she said that she left her marriage of 28 years because the marriage, the alcohol was more important than the marriage. I'm so sorry for her. And then somebody else made a comment that was like kind of shitty, and I asked them to clarify their comment. Oh, I'm happy you don't get it. And so I was just like making sure. Okay, so she really wasn't being shitty. I just didn't know. And because so what was I Rebecca agreed with me. Amy said mocktails are festive. I've made many a mocktail, so much fun. I would do for the kids, I used to do like I would coat the glass with caramel and put like candy apple soda with whipped cream on top or something stupid like that, or candy apple soda and cream soda, and so it would be like a like almost like an apple martini. But like it was a mocktail. I put little monkeys on the side. I would always just do cute like things like that for the kids, and the adults would sometimes have a cocktail. But there would always be, I would always have alcoholic and non-alcoholic options, and always offer both. It's weird too. If I go out with people, I don't drink. Like if I don't normally drink when I go out, but if I am like on the rare occasion that I'm like, oh, I like to have a mojito, I wait to see if the other person orders alcohol first, because I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. And if somebody says like to me that they're going to like, are we drinking? I'll say, I'm not going to, but you can, like, it won't bother me. And no judgment. Like, I don't like do your thing.
Well, and sometimes you'll say, yeah, well, it's not good for my Lyme disease.
Yeah, it's really not. But you know, I will say this, like, I really like the problem I'm having right now is I have a lot of alcoholics in my life, and some are getting help and some are not. And one of those people is my dad. And go ahead and sue me, Dad. You'd have to talk to me to do it. You'd have to admit that, I don't know, you'd have to prove that this was not libelous, but it's really hard because it's like, I want him, you know, I want him to not be 2 hours late for my birthday and then tell me that somebody else was like a daughter to him. But, you know, he's in, the place that he's in, and it's very hurtful. And, you know, the people who are in that moment, they don't realize how much they're hurting the people around them, or maybe they do realize it and they're beating themselves up, and it becomes this vicious cycle of addiction and repetition. But, you know, for me, seeing the horrible effects of it, especially recently, and especially after that fucking thread, because these people are so desperately defending their alcohol, I just was like, wow, this is a way bigger problem than I thought it was. And, you know, on the South Shore, particularly Scituate, it's known for having, you know, a lot of alcoholics. And even here in Florida, you see so many people on bicycles. And yes, in some cases it's because of money, but in a lot of cases it's because they got a dewey. And yeah, so I just have a casual drink, just understand that there's a health effect to it, and, you know, drink responsibly.
Charlie says, love my good and plenty. Oh, wait.
If you're drinking in the basement of your parents' house in your teens or 20s, that's fine. In your 30s, it might be time to grow up and get out of your parents' basement. In your 40s?
Then he says, it's not a flex or bragging rights. Women are not going to want to join you.
Well, there you go.
Because you got whiskey dick.
Well, you get whiskey dick in your parents' basement. Well, I don't know. Maybe your mom's going to cook them breakfast in the morning. And then, of course, I got all annoyed about crap in our food. And I don't even know what it was. That's easy to do. I don't even know what it was this time, but I wanted to, like, it was somebody I knew was feeding their kids garbage. And I was like, oh, God, please don't feed your child that. And I'm like, and you know, and in this person's defense, they do try, you know, they're trying to be a good parent. They're trying to make healthier choices for their family. But, like, all I could think of is, like, this comes with free cancer. It comes with free autoimmune diseases. It comes with free ADHD. It comes with all this free stuff. And I want to go around the store and put stickers on everything that say, like, what comes free with that product.
You used to get good stuff like a baking soda free submarine or decoder watch.
Yeah, no, not that shit anymore. Ring. You get infertility.
Yeah, you used to get good stuff.
And
but now you get
and
phytoglyphosate.
And 55 fucking kinds of cancer. I did make a friend at Cape Coral Nissan. Oh, sorry, not Cape Coral Nissan. It's like Nissan Sotheby's, Sunderland Nissan. I made friends with Austin.
Where high pressure sales.
No, he wasn't high pressure. He wasn't high pressure sales. He was a really nice African American man. Black. I don't know if he's African. He could be Haitian.
He's African.
Although I will tell you what he told me. So this is a big tall guy, and he told me he does not like to sell to Haitians. I don't know.
No, well.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to tell that story. But his sweet spot.
Yeah, probably
he
not.
He told me that he.
But you didn't say his name. So
I did say his name.
Oh, you did.
I just said Austin. If you're gonna buy a Nissan, buy it from Austin.
You just outed him as a Haitian racist.
Unless you're Haitian, because he doesn't like you.
No,
but,
he does,
yeah. but he loves old white people. He loves them.
He would love me.
And I said, what do you know? Like, well, yeah. He said elderly white couples. This is my sweet spot. I said, oh, good. I was like, are you the only black guy here? And he's like, yeah. And I go, oh, good for you. You got a sweet spot there. And he goes, I don't like dealing with Haitians. And I'm like, are you Haitian? So he might be Haitian.
He might be, yeah. It could be a Haitian on Haitian crime.
He's the kind that hates Haitians.
I don't think anybody hates anybody. It's they just
black on black crime. Yeah. He doesn't like dealing with Haitians. Listen, I've only known a couple of Haitians. I've only known a couple of Haitians in my lifetime, and they've all been lovely. So
they're from Haiti. I don't know.
I will say this. I think that they probably have monster dongs, though. That's what I hear. And if that's true, please keep it away from me.
Why does everything come back to the monster dong? That's what I'm
terrified of big dicks. I like your perfect cock. It's the perfect one.
It's apparently too pink. I don't know what you're doing.
Licking your elbow.
No.
Okay. So what was I talking about? Oh, so he was cool. And I was there. I went to the wrong entrance to pick up my friend. And so he kind of hung out with me a little bit and we got chatting. And then I went back later and I left a really good review on their website and we're besties. And he
you had to balance out the Haitian reviews. They
I don't know if he should, but he said he didn't like dealing with them. It could be like a cultural issue. I mean, sometimes.
Well,
like,
it might be a thing they all come in and don't buy there.
I have one for you.
Or something. I don't know.
A lot of the time, like, there are stereotypes that prove to be true. For example, on Cape Cod, one of the biggest complaints of the servers is that the non-Americans who come over in the summer do not tip.
Well, most of the non-Americans that come over in the summer are working there from Croatia.
Many are, but not all of them. Yeah. I mean, many people go to the Cape for the summer.
So non-Americans come over to Cape Cod and don't tip.
That is the running theory, yes. Okay. And so it's not a specific group, but like if you have an accent, you're on Cape Cod in the summer, they're like, oh, they're not going to tip us.
Maybe it's a European thing. Maybe the tip is built in, like
it is,
like healthcare.
I mean, it's like our responsibility to respect the culture of other places to some extent. Yeah. And like, I will tell you this much: when I went to Europe and I was tipping, they fucking loved me.
Well, it was probably an insult.
I know they loved me.
And you probably told them you were from Haiti.
I did not tell him I was Haiti, but I did have a Haitian cab driver while I was in Poland.
Oh.
I also made friends with
Where do you not make friends?
I made friends with the first transvestite in Sopot. And he gave me his ring and I still have it.
This is something.
I know, right? And he called himself a transvestite. I'm not like that was his thing. Doug as a prostitute?
Yeah, baby. That's me.
I know, but why did I write Doug as a prostitute as my note? What is that, my note?
Daniel has commented.
Ew. Oh, who said ew when I said Doug is a prostitute? Was it you?
No, it was probably many people.
No, I think it
what
was,
does a Canadian have in common with a canoe?
Oh.
Sooner or later, the canoe will tip. Apparently, is that true that Canadians don't tip? I don't know about that.
We do not necessarily.
We don't condone or agree with.
We love Canadians and all they stand for. Well, maybe not national health care. I don't like that. I do enjoy it's a good tirade. It's a good release, which is why I missed you guys so much because I needed a release.
Hey now.
That sounds dirty. It's really not.
Hey now.
And then Daniel says that he can say that. Well, he doesn't say that he can say that. I'm saying he can say it because he's a Canadian.
A Canuck. Is that a derogatory word?
Maybe a derogatory term.
I don't know. I think it used to be.
You
know who was a good Canadian? I'll tell you a good Canadian. Baacccckkk Shalak. Bugs Bunny
we're talking about
adversary.
We're talking about
in the Yukon.
We were talking about having my ass eaten all day long.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
And you said,
before.
I'll visit, but I've got better things to do.
Things to do.
It's not like
that's like golf. Like it takes all goddamn day. You go to mini golf, you're done in 45 minutes.
I can't even sit still for 8 hours. I pop off so easy. It's actually funny because and then you said I'll visit, but I've got better things to do. It's like an after dinner mint.
No, it was like the after dinner mints at the restaurant. You don't eat the whole bowl.
And
you have one and you move on.
I have something else I want to talk about that's come up because somehow the topic of eating someone's ass in the pool came up. Like that it would be the clean place to do it because there's like the chlorine on the asshole protects you from fecal matter, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Oh, now we're hitting our stride at 9:29 at night. Yeah.
What we only have 3 people going.
Yeah.
So when that's highlighted up there, I think that whatever. What did he say about his mom?
He said, "Don't tell his mom," because he told her he's Mexican.
Okay. What was I talking about? The
Canadian chlorine ass eating.
So I was telling the story about the guy wanting to eat my ass, brought up the idea if you're going to eat somebody's ass, it should be in the pool because then there's chlorine and it keeps your butthole clean. And I was like, oh, that's a brilliant idea. And then I was thinking about how I come so easily. Like a couple weeks ago, you sucked on my toes and I came so hard in the living room.
That's my wife.
Yay. And so I was like, I can't sit still. Like sometimes like when Doug's like going down on me or just like starting up, I have to distract myself or my head gets too like busy. Like I have to distract myself so my brain is just calm enough that I can relax enough to enjoy the moment. So having my ass licked all day is just not something that I'm down with. That's all fucking day. And I do come very easily, but when I come, it's not messy. I'm a lady. I mean, sometimes it's messy. But I have to work really hard to do that. Doug likes it.
That's my wife.
I don't know what to tell you. Doug, a prostitute. What? Doug, do OnlyFans before you start prostitution.
No, I'm going whole hog. Keyword hog.
With his hog, and he's gonna nut in the butt. What? Will you eat someone's ass all day for OnlyFans?
In a pool.
I'm gonna tell you
underwater
right now.
camera.
Listen,
that's what it is.
If you
underwater camera ass eating. OnlyFans.
How are you gonna eat someone's ass underwater?
A snorkel.
But then your mouth will be busy with the snorkel. Oh, if you wore the head snorkel, the one that goes over.
No, that still won't work.
Is there one that just goes from here up?
Potentially.
So you get
blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So here's the thing. I don't want to have my ass eaten all day, but if you want to start an OnlyFans channel where you eat someone's ass all day, you can have somebody over and you can eat their ass.
What is my income?
In the pool.
Like what is my target income to like for that to be allowed? Like I would think like you could do whatever long as you make like $250,000.
We need to be able to live in that house in Key West that I like.
That's a $3 million
house.
And
have an RV and have enough money to pay all of our reasonable expenses.
So
and buy you a Porsche.
I don't want a Porsche.
I want you to have a Porsche.
I want something cooler. I want a DeLorean.
Yeah, here's my thing. Cool. We have to keep the Jeep till the end of time. We need to get an RV, and we need to have one ridiculous car. And I feel like the black Porsche is a ridiculous car, and it's very Californication, and it's very 90210, and it's hilarious. And Jeremy, what would Jeremy and the Top Gear guys say? They would like it.
Yeah, I don't know. But if I have that kind of money, I don't know what I'm gonna be buying some like cool ass car, something that you can't.
You don't think a black Porsche convertible is a cool ass car?
It's cool, but it's not that cool. Like a Volvo P1800, that's cool.
I don't know.
Sam Cooke's Ferrari.
You don't even drive. And if we had Sam Cooke's Ferrari, we definitely could
it'd be on a turntable in the living room.
No, it would not.
Just watch it all day, go around.
If it's the woman I sent you, I do it for a half-eaten bag of chips. I don't even know what to say about that. All of a sudden I'm having really bad stomach pains and I need to swim still. So, okay. I need to stop calling my butthole a butt cake. It's too appealing.
Oh, it does. It sounds lovely. Like
that's the problem. I keep saying my butt cake and no wonder people want to eat it. I will tell you that I got a frantic phone call. Saturday morning, I think it was. Or Sunday.
Must have been Sunday.
Sunday morning, I got a frantic phone call from my friend Zach. I had sent him a gift, a mod for his Jeep. And in this gift was a mod for his Jeep. Nothing fancy, but I did have it wrapped and sent to his house. So his landlord accidentally opened it. So I got a frantic, panic attack-ridden phone call.
Because she's been known to give
because I've been known to give
some funny gifts,
fucked up shit to all of my friends. Charlie got a squatty potty for Christmas. So anyway, so he calls me. He's like, "What was in it? What was in it? What was in it?" So I was like, "No, it's fine." He's like, "Tell me what it was." I'm like, "I'm not telling you what it was. It's not anything bigger than it. It's not a problem." And so the thing is, I had to check the note to see if I wrote like, "Shove this up your ass, motherfucker," or something, because I wouldn't say that because I'm a crazy person. But I, in fact, did not, and my friend was able to avert his panic attack.
Avert his gaze.
So he's on a Jesus trip doing some service work, and we appreciate that he's doing that. That's
he's
fantastic.
In Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure Jesus has never been to Pennsylvania.
What? The Amish are there? Aren't they already building everything?
Yeah, I don't know what the Amish and Jesus like. Are they Jesus people?
I don't know. I think they're Jews or some sort of Jew.
They're not Jews.
I don't know. I have a hypersensitive clit.
Hyper.
Don't you think?
I don't know what you feel.
Employers can be enablers. Like if they keep on employees that are underperforming, or they keep on bad employees who do well. Like, so if you have an employee that does really well, but they get away with murder,
yes,
like that's an unhealthy environment. Like you can't allow that shit. Doug is getting a degree from 90210 because he is really learning his 90210.
Well, it's really the first time I ever paid any attention to it. Like
give them some like a I don't know 90-second 90210.
The highlight of the show is the fact that Don Craig plays the dad of one of the kids. Now, Don Craig was the assistant, or it was the DA in Salem back on Days of Our Lives when I'd watch it when I got home from school and have my lunch, and my mom was watching it. So I got to know who Don Craig was. Mm-hmm. And Don Craig is on the show, right? So here's the other thing. The other kid's dad was Chris Kosachek, who was also on Days of Our Lives. I don't know their real names.
And then the other guy was Lee Remington or something, the fall guy.
No,
who was Kelly's dad? He was a famous old guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was on one of those soaps. I forget who he was.
He wasn't Don Craig. So Don Craig comes on, and every time he comes on, I'll say Don Craig. And even when he's not on, I'm like, where's Don Craig? And so, and it's not even his name. So anyways, Don Craig is on there.
Charlie said,
go ahead.
Charlie says $250,000 a year. That's only $18K a month, Doug.
Only.
And the Amish are Christian is what Daniel says. Okay, so back to Don Craig. You love him.
Yeah, so that's really the highlight for me. There's other.
I wanted to run down a quick list. So I'm going to say a name, and you're going to say where they're at right now in the show.
Right now in the show, I haven't been watching. I've been watching it.
Okay, so
I'll give you.
How about this?
Yep.
Give your first impression and what you currently understand is happening in their life.
Okay,
ready?
Yep.
Brenda.
Brenda is in England and has dropped all ties with the family.
Yeah, but you're supposed to start with where she started.
Where she started, she was one of the twins that moved to Beverly Hills 90210.
Okay.
The lady twin.
She is currently in London.
She fell in love with Dylan, who then fell in love with Kelly, and then
you can't tell the whole story.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
So they're all romantically entangled.
Yeah. They all slut bags.
The thing about Brenda is she wished Dylan good luck with his wife, played by Rebecca Gayheart, who
was on Nip Tuck as a blind chick.
And also, how did she start in the show? Tony Marchette's daughter, the man who killed Dylan's father,
Chris Kosachek.
And how did she end on the show?
She got killed when they thought they were killing Dylan. They shot through the
her daddy,
the Porsche window. Yeah,
shot her 3 times. Okay,
she did.
So Dylan
went to Hawaii on a motorcycle with a cat.
And how did he start?
Carrier
how did he start in the show?
He was there and he was just cool, and he
lived in the Beverly Hills Hotel.
He was just cool.
And he lived in the Beverly Hills Hotel and he drove a Porsche. It's a really cool old.
Well, his dad was Jack and like Chris Kosachek.
Okay, we don't have all day to talk about it.
Whatever.
We could tell the whole story of Dylan.
Okay, go.
What happened to his dad? What happened to his
dad? Was blown up in a car explosion, like Goodfellas style.
We haven't gotten to that part yet. Okay, and so that's what about Brandon?
Brandon is the do-gooder member of the twins that came to Beverly Hills 90210 from Minnesota.
And where is he now?
He is University of California, and he's going out with some chick that I can't stand.
Susan Keats. Yes, he is, but he's still in love with
Kelly.
He is still in love with.
He proposed to Kelly, who had slept with everybody on the goddamn show. And she's a slut bag, and now she has a coke problem.
Oh, see, you're getting caught up. And her friend Tara is on the show, and Tara is going to try to become her. And Tara is like fucking with her life. Like she sent flowers to Kelly from some guy saying, "Don't call me ever again." Oh. Let's see what else. Okay, Andrea.
Andrea got knocked up with.
What was she when she started on the show?
She was a do-gooder actress who was 30 years old when she was trying to play a high school student, and she was editor of the school newspaper.
Okay, and where is she now?
She got knocked up by the Mexican, and now then she had an affair with some dude at some tawdry hotel, and then she went to tell the Mexican guy who was home with the baby that she was having an affair, but before she could say anything, he came out and that he had an affair on a business trip.
So they
I have no idea
cut up a bunch of episodes because of music issues, and so the episodes where she leaves, I didn't see. So she's gone.
I have no idea what happened.
Do you know what's happening? Nat, how did he start on the show?
Nat? Is that the guy that runs the Peach Pit?
Yes.
He's dead now.
Do you know where he is now?
I have no idea.
He knocked up a bitch.
Oh.
And
with his old ass dick.
Yep, with his old ass dick. Okay, Donna Martin.
Donna Martin graduated.
Okay, where was she at the beginning of the show?
She was one of the high school kids that was friends with the Walsh children.
Kind of a ditzy blonde. Dyslexic.
And her father created the show, so she got a role, even though she's probably not. And now she
got no money.
She got no money. She got no car. She got no woman. And there you are.
Okay. So, and I think she's going through a divorce, and I think her mom.
She is. Her mom finally said she would give her some money.
Which is interesting. I wonder if Dean was part of the reason for the divide between Tori Spelling and
I think
Candy Spelling.
Well, it's possible.
Who knows?
Just like Ray Pruitt,
that guy, but
like Ray Pruitt, it was not good for her.
So, where's Ray Pruitt?
Ray Pruitt.
How did he start on the show? How did he leave?
I don't know how he started on the show.
Worker.
Oh, he's a construction worker at the college, and they invited him to deliver some. So they invited him to deliver some jack-o'-lanterns to
cutting your face off the page.
To the college party.
You're still cutting your face off the page.
And then Ray Pruitt went threw Donna down the stairs in San Pedro or somewhere like that. And then
he just came back on the show. Donna's making his video with David, and Donna is breaking up with Joe.
I don't know. Oh, who's Joe? The quarterback guy.
The quarterback guy.
Yeah,
I'm quarterback. Yeah. He's going to be a football coach back home, and
I will tell you this about Donna. You say what you want about Donna Martin, but she called Lee Steinberg and got Steve Young to come to her boyfriend, the quarterback's birthday party.
We are 1 degree away from 90210.
Right. I met Steve Young at the Super Bowl and got his autograph. And so I am 1 degree away from Donna Martin.
Her nipples are so hard right now.
Her nipples are so hard right now.
Look at them.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess so. Oh my goodness. You know, guys. It's like.
Okay, so who else is there?
Ray Pruitt. We talked about Kelly. Ray Pruitt.
What
Kelly.
What about
Kelly has a coke problem.
Colin.
Colin?
Yes, Colin.
Is Colin the artist guy?
Pull your face back.
Cardis is an artist guy that does a lot of coke, and he had an agreement with this artist agent to get to the big time of the art world.
And he was fucking Kelly.
And he was having sex with Kelly. And Kelly was unbeknownst that he was this little sugar boy to the art dealer. And I don't know. I think he went on to fuck one of the other chicks.
Yeah, sorry, pardon. He has skipped bail.
He skipped bail.
And Nat could lose the peach pit. And Kelly's trying to help them trap them. And it's about to be Steve's birthday. And they're not even going to be able to show that episode because there's music in it that they can't get out.
Yeah, they can't. They had to replace all the music because they couldn't get the music. And the music they replaced with it is absolutely hysterical.
Oh, it's all like.
So if it's supposed to sound like Jerry Lee Lewis.
It's like the new version of Muzak.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Or and it's funny because a lot of it was like 90s music, and so the pretend 90s music. And I don't know if any of you guys remember the like kind of late 90s radio stuff. I mean, it was bad. Like the pop stuff.
What do you mean? I put the 90s music on for you all the time. You love it.
Yeah, but you put like some mix of all like, but you don't play like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like
Amy
Sister
Grant.
Hazel stuff.
Like
Oh
Hazel.
God. Or give me some other like even like Matchbox 20. Oh, I have a theory, folks. Matchbox 20 went and put on some makeup and some tattoos and came back as Maroon 5. It's the same band, different decade, just a little bit more.
I think Maroon 5 is stupid, but I did see a thing today about how a kid with Down syndrome met Maroon 5 and he had like a panic attack and the whole band laid on the ground with him until he felt better, which I thought was really nice if it's true. It could be kind of cold.
It is a little cold.
I still need to do my swimming.
Oh, that's it. Actually, the water is nice and warm, so I'm like kind of. That's why I'm sinking down into the water.
Water. I need to just check my notes real quick.
We have to switch.
Oh, we don't have to switch. We went to Ford's garage.
Tell them why.
Because I like to talk to strangers, and
and you had a free app for your
app for my birthday, which is Thursday, and I'm getting free Starbucks on Thursday too.
Oh, nice.
Free things.
Wait, somebody stopped doing that. Was it Dunkin's or Starbucks? I think they stopped.
I just got an email from Starbucks.
So anyways, Starbucks. we went because we had a free appetizer. We put in the appetizer. We order our meal, and guess what? The bartender did not put in.
The bartender was having so much fun talking to me that she forgot about it.
So she forgot about it. So we got the fried pickles after our meal was done. We split a burger. Thank you. And then there were two guys from the Dominican. We're sitting around the corner from the bar. So I'm like, hey, we're not going to eat these. So do you want them? And so we each took a pickle, and they took the pickles, and they were and And
they thought they were chicken fingers, though.
Yeah, so they were like all psyched until they found out they were. I go, hey, it counts as a vegetable.
There's something here about send the guy who wants to eat your front bum.
Send the guy?
I don't know. You said something about the guy that wanted to eat my front bum. I don't know what that meant.
I
just wrote it down for some reason.
I have no recollection.
We made friends with the
Dominicans. They thought I was a cop. Actually, I thought they were cops. And then
when we got there, we made friends with Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley was the Polish guy that worked the front desk. He was a fantastic guy.
It's tomorrow. Happy
birthday is tomorrow.
Paul Stanley.
So
big Polish dude. We smoked some Polish together.
And guess where we were, people? We were in a stereo rock and roll.
And it was a $24 meal.
It was a $24 meal.
We're pretty happy about that.
With cold gin.
We broke. Actually, it's really funny because we'd given money to help somebody and they're out doing stuff. And we have not been doing stuff because we're so broke. So
anyways, that was our big day out.
Working on my boundaries.
Going to the Christmas tree shop, splitting a burger, getting a free entree, giving away some of that. Giving away some of that free app. And talking to Gabby, the bartender, who was very, very nice. And once, I won't say that. She told us some. She went kayaking once on a certain substance, which actually sounds pretty.
She was kayaking
pretty fun.
on mushrooms. Leave her alone. She was a doll. Okay. I talked to her about that. I told her about the podcast.
Anna's leaving. She has a busy day tomorrow.
Goodbye, Ann.
Good night, Ann.
What time are we at?
It is 9:46. We should probably wrap this crap up.
Oh yeah, by 9:46 we're usually.
Yeah. We're gonna go. She's going swimming. I'm going to bed. You guys are the best. All right? So gratitude.
So we're all grateful every day.
I'm gratitude that Stacey was healthy enough to do the podcast tonight.
Yeah, me too. And I'm grateful that you were done with what you were doing. Yesterday we had a fucking black ibis. I was so excited about
black ibis.
I was excited about our yummy lunch. Doug made lettuce rolls. I'm hoping we'll have them again tomorrow. I was really, really grateful for you helping me because I was really not feeling well. I was really grateful for you in general. I was grateful for cannabis. I was grateful for the new pool float until that fucking thing broke. I was thankful for the pool. I was thankful for the Jeep. I was thankful for deep
vein thrombosis.
People who want to eat my ass. And of course the podcast. But then I was like, oh fuck, I didn't even do that. I did that one yesterday. So then today I was like, oh, I had to do gratitude again. So let me just go down this list real quick. Today I actually had 11. I'm thankful for my therapist, Triva, because I was really freaking out about something that happened where I didn't really set some good boundaries, but like people were fucking nuts. And so she helped me and to know what to do a little bit. I'm thankful for, I got the pods for our air garden, like the ones that you can put anything in.
Yeah.
I got those super cheap for Prime Day.
Nice.
And the thing is, we can start the lavender in there. Dun, dun,
oh, that's a good idea. Do they come with dirt? They're just empty.
Comes with these little cone things.
Nice.
Thank you for pub subs. Thank you that we found a cool ass RV today. I'm thankful for yoga videos, which I did today. Anytime you have pain, stop and do some yin yoga videos. I like yoga with Joelle. You can Google or look on yoga on YouTube for yin yoga for fibromyalgia. You specifically want to do yin yoga. I mean, other yogas are great, but yin yoga is just you sit there and you just hold the position. It's basically long stretches and it's nothing crazy. I'm grateful for less drama today than yesterday, thank God. And oh, look at that, I had Arrow Garden in there twice, so it really is only 10 things. I'm grateful less drama today. I'm grateful I got a bunch of sleep. I went to sleep at 6 o'clock yesterday, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and then Saturday night we were so I actually took a picture out the bedroom window because it was still light out. We went to bed.
Also I needed it. I had a very busy week. I got a bunch of sleep. I got caught up on it. I was also thankful for the biomat. That saved the day. I'm always thankful for Doug, and I'm always thankful for you people on the podcast, the people that watch all the time. Oh my God, I don't know what we would do without you. Doug, you got anything?
I am thankful that Stacey felt good today. I am thankful for all the people that come and entertain us on this podcast thing. I am thankful for the Clash. I am thankful for music in general. I am thankful for just the internet in general, because you learn so much and you're entertained by so much, and you get to explore the world around you and learn things you've never learned before. And I'm also thankful for Sandy Duncan.
And her glass eye?
She didn't have a glass eye.
If you say so. I just wanted to say one more time for everybody. We take the podcast very seriously. It's something that's really important to us. we're trying to keep our commitment to you to create this community and, you know, be your tribe and give you a place to come where everybody's glad you're there, where your voice is heard. And not doing the podcast last night, please don't think that it's we would have done it any different if we had another choice. There was just no way it was happening. And we really appreciate everybody who comes every night. It means so much to us. If you could just get, like, we would just like to have a little bit bigger.
Tell one person.
If you could all tell somebody, that would be great. We just really need to build our audience at this point. And yes, there's still a lot that we need to do. I need to make short form content. We need to be on multiple platforms, but I've been helping so many people lately on dealing with my own health stuff. And it's just really hard. And of course, I only have so much bandwidth because of my illness. So please bear with us. Please help us to grow the podcast. And please come back tomorrow. And please let us know what your feedback is, because we love you and we want to make this a great place for everybody. Of course, we're still going to be ourselves. So if you hate me, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Love you.
All right. See you guys.